Welcome to OFR. In this tutorial, I'll be guiding you on how to assemble the Byas TV bench from IKEA. The tools you'll need for this build is a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a hammer. If you have one, then you can also use a posi drive screwdriver or a posi drive bit. Before you start, I would also recommend putting all the bits and pieces in a bowl or container so you don't lose them in the building process. Also, most panels have protective film on them, so you can either peel them off before or after assembling each section. Just depends if you're a careful person or not. So the first steps of this assembly are going to focus on the drawers. Grab this panel, and you're going to use these two specific screws and screw them into these two holes. Make sure you screw them in lightly, as the gloss finish chips really easily. Then grab two wooden dowels and hammer them in gently into these two holes like this. Now grab these two side panels and place them in like this. The indentation of each side panel should face upwards and towards the inside. Next, grab two fasteners and screw them into these two holes. Make sure these fasteners are the smaller ones. Then grab the bottom of the drawer and place it in like this. Now grab the back panel of the drawer and place it on top like this. Next, hammer in two plastic pins into these two holes. Then grab the two drawer sliders that look like this and four small screws. The bottom of the screws should be flat and not pointy. Next, flip over the drawer like this and place one of the drawer sliders. Then attach the drawer slider to the drawers using two screws. They go into these two holes. Now just grab the other drawer slider and do the same thing you did on the other side. Then flip over the drawer like this and grab two short pointy screws and the handle. You'll be attaching the handle to the drawer like this. Now repeat the same steps for the other drawer. After you finish off the drawers, grab 4 of these pieces and place them in this order. Also grab yourself 8 wooden dowels. Next, hammer in 4 dowels out of the 8 dowels you just grabbed into these 4 holes. Do the same for the other side as well with the other 4 dowels you grabbed. Now make sure these holes for the fasteners are facing out and put the structure together like this. Then put the structure you just worked on aside and grab the panel that looks like this. Grab 6 of these screws and screw them into these 6 holes. Next, you'll need to put the structure you put aside on top of the panel like this. Then grab 6 fasteners and screw them into these 6 holes. Now grab 8 felt pads and stick them to the bottom of this TV stand. Then flip the bottom of the TV unit over. You'll now have to grab 8 of these screws and screw them into these 8 holes. For your point of reference, this is now the front of the TV bench. The next step is to grab these 2 panels. They should have small holes running along both sides. Now grab one panel and make sure it's in this orientation. The shorter width is going to be placed in the back, and the longer width is going to be placed closer to the front. It's going to look something like this. Make sure the fastener holes are facing outwards as well. Then place the other panel exactly like this. Again, the shorter width is closer to the back, and the longer width is closer to the front. Now grab 4 fasteners and screw them into these 4 holes. Then grab the 2 outside panels and place them like this. You'll be screwing in these 4 screws into these 4 holes. Next, place this panel between the outside panels like this. Then connect the left side like this. Next, do the exact same thing for the right side. Now connect the whole structure using 4 fasteners. They'll be screwed into these 4 holes. You'll now need to flip the structure like this. Then connect the structure to the bottom of the TV unit like this. Just make sure the top of the structure you put on is longer than the bottom. If it is, then you put it in the right way. Then grab 4 fasteners and screw them into these 4 holes. If you want to attach the TV bench to your wall, then you need to grab the hardware and screw it into the small top hole. It would look something like this. You'll attach it to the wall in a later step. This step is just for attaching the hardware. Next, grab the top panel of the TV bench and 8 screws. Screw them into these 8 holes. Then attach the top panel to the TV unit. It's going to look like this. Make sure that the back is flush. If it's sticking out, you put it in the wrong way. Then grab 8 fasteners and screw them into these 8 holes. Now you can attach the TV bench to your wall. You need to buy the appropriate screw though, as IKEA doesn't provide it to you. They just give you an extra washer. Now grab the right and left corresponding drawer sliders and 4 screws. Then grab the left drawer slider that should be marked as CL or L and place it on the left side like this. Then use 2 screws to secure the drawer slider into place. Now do the same thing for the right side. Then repeat the same steps for the other side. Now grab 12 shelf pins and put them into the small holes. You'll be using 4 shelf pins per storage compartment. You can choose any level you want. Obviously, just make sure they're all put in at the same height. Repeat the same steps for the other 2 storage compartments. Next, grab the 3 shelves and place them in like this. Then grab the 2 drawers and slide them in like this. Now attach 4 rubber door bumpers inside each of the 4 corners of the drawer. Repeat the same step for the other drawer. You should now be finished the Byas TV bench from IKEA. Just make sure everything opens and closes properly. Hopefully this tutorial helped you out.